The white jade palace trembled faintly under the weight of tension, as Ling Han spread his hands in a relaxed gesture, a serene smile gracing his features. To speak plainly, he began, his voice carrying the calm authority of one far above petty fear. I have already entrusted the thousand-source true fluid to the Mo clan establishment for auction. There is no need to linger in doubt. If skepticism still gnaws at your hearts, you may verify it outside. I trust each of you has eyes and ears within the auction. Surely reports have returned by now. He paused, his gaze sweeping over the hall, and added lightly, continue your interrogations if you wish. The innocent remain untouched by rumor, yet those who hurl mud upon others must reckon with their deeds. I, too, am not without ire. Shen Kuo, Ma Gai, and the Council of Judges stiffened, their expressions darkening like storm clouds over a restless sea. This young cultivator, this mountain river tier prodigy, exuded a composure that bordered on defiance. Could he truly be this calm, this fearless? While they, Sun Moon tier elites, sat in judgment? And yet, if his words were true, all their machinations risked collapsing into humiliation. Eyes turned to Zhu Tianchu and Yu Si, beads of cold sweat tracing down their temples. The stakes were clear. Should young master fail to secure the 4 drops of thousand-source true fluid, the blame would fall squarely upon them. The thought of Gao Huang's merciless methods twisted their stomachs into knots of dread. Shen Kuo's voice thundered, a roar of outrage reverberating through the grand hall. Han Lin, what audacity! The ownership of the thousand-source true fluid remains unsettled, and yet you dare send it to auction? Are you defying the sect itself? Ling Han's smile did not waver. Spare me these baseless accusations. The 4 drops are mine by right, however you frame it. Doubt me? Summon all the mountain river tier cultivators of the sect, let them attempt to take me by force, and you will see whether a single soul can stand against me. His eyes glimmered with challenge. As for Xi Ming and the others, since you claim I slew them, where are your witnesses? Your proof? Dreams are not evidence, are they? A few ordinary disciples, stationed outside, stifled laughter, though the trial remained confined within the palace. Their mirth was but whispers in a silent chamber. Shen Kuo's visage darkened further, his rage simmering. Never had he imagined a mountain river tier cultivator could provoke such fury without immediate retribution. Normally, any bold defiance would have been crushed without hesitation. But here, uncertainty held him at bay. He could not strike. He could not confirm whether Ling Han had indeed sent the true fluid to auction. To act rashly could bring calamity from Gao Huang's hand, and Ling Han's status as a seed cultivator placed him beyond the Sun Moon tier's authority. Anger roared within Shen Kuo's chest. Yet he had no outlet, his wrath a caged tempest. Before tension could reach its zenith, the doors of the palace burst open with a thunderous crack, a shadow of formidable presence cleaving through the room. A slender youth, the very image of poised danger, strode forward, his aura crushing, suffocating even the bravest hearts in the hall. Our respects to young master! Shen Kuo and the others intoned, rising in unison, while Mountain River tier disciples fell to their knees in reverence. The youth's identity was unmistakable. Gao Huang, the harbinger of fear and authority, his steps sending tremors through the stone floor. Ling Han's eyes narrowed, committing his face to memory. This encounter might be fatal if misjudged. Gao Huang's gaze blazed with fury as he entered the hall. What is the meaning of this? He demanded, his voice echoing like the strike of a bell. Reports tell me a drop of thousand-source true fluid has already reached auction. The weight of this revelation crushed the silence. With 1 drop in play, the others surely followed, all now in the hands of the Mo clan establishment. Shen Kuo and the Sun Moon tier elites froze, impotent under Gao Huang's shadow. Though strong, they were but children beneath his storm, for his lineage and status placed him untouchable. Gao Huang's eyes fixed upon Ling Han, his tone commanding. You, go at once and halt this auction. Ling Han tilted his head, a faint smile playing at his lips. And why should I obey? Because I command it. Gao Huang bellowed, indignation radiating from every fiber. Ling Han's chuckle was light, almost casual. If I called you foolish, would I be mistaken? If I spoke truth, would it be offense? One wonders which is which. Rage flared from Gao Huang, violent and immediate. He could scarcely comprehend such defiance, so eloquent yet cutting. You dare mock me? I merely spoke candidly, Ling Han replied smoothly, shrugging as if the weight of the world were nothing more than a feather. Truth is often mistaken for insult. If this enrages you, I have but offered honesty. Fuming, Gao Huang's presence rippled through the hall, pressing down upon everyone. Yet, even in this tempest of power, Ling Han stood poised, unbroken. Shen Kuo, still seething, attempted to reclaim order. Hanlin, excuses will not absolve you. Summon the witnesses. From the rear of the hall, several youthful Mountain River Tier disciples stepped forward, their posture rigid yet respectful. We witnessed the deaths of Shi Ming and the others, senior, they confirmed. Shen Kuo turned to Ling Han. Hanlin, what say you? Ling Han laughed, a clear sound that cut through tension like a blade. He pointed at one youth. Tell me, what weapon and technique did I use to strike down Shi Ming? The youth faltered, speechless, unprepared for such scrutiny. Ling Han's eyes glimmered with playful challenge. You claim to have seen my deeds, yet cannot recount them? Are your eyes failing you? Wait, do not answer yet. He waved to the others, orchestrating the scene with effortless command. Now, together, tell me precisely the manner of my strike. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Enough. Shen Kuo's patience frayed, his voice a jagged command. Han Lin, how long will you toy with this hall? Ling Han's expression remained serene. Am I not merely proving my innocence? A simple question, yet your witnesses hesitate. Is it not fair to ask? Shen Kuo scowled, declaring, You threaten the witnesses. Ling Han's tone, calm and even, rang out. Threaten? Before Sun Moon Tier judges? I possess no such power. Should I remain silent? Will that suffice? A long, echoing laugh filled the palace as another presence arrived. Two figures emerged, one preceding the other, both exuding suffocating energy. The one in front, a strikingly handsome youth, rivaled even Gao Huang in aura and authority. Ling Han's eyes sharpened and recognition blossomed. Hua Yangwen, young master of the Hua faction, with Ji Yunji following close behind, a silent shadow of strength. The stage had shifted, and the hall now brimmed with the tension of legends poised to collide. A tense stillness filled the hall, as if the very air had been carved into shards of steel. Gao Huang's glare was sharp enough to pierce stone, his humph of disdain echoing against the cold walls. Hua Yangwen, why have you come? He demanded, voice laced with authority and barely concealed fury. Hua Yangwen's lips curled in a faint, unconcerned smile. Heh! This is not your domain. Why should I not step inside? He spoke without fear, for both he and Gao Huang shared the bloodline of disciples of an eternal river tier master. Both were young lords of their respective factions, equal in status, equal in cultivation, equal in strength. No intimidation could sway him. Gao Huang's eyes narrowed. The loss of the thousand-source true fluid still burned in his mind like molten iron. Anger twisted within him, ready to lash out, but Ling Han's presence complicated his wrath. The worst scenario would be anyone intervening to shield the Mountain River Tier cultivator. Hua Yangwen's gaze flickered toward Ling Han, a spark of lethal intent dancing in his eyes. Fear not, he said. I did not come to protect him. The implication struck Gao Huang like a cold wind. This was not an alliance of mercy, but of shared calculation. Realization dawned. The Hua faction had struck a covert bargain with Ling Han, the thousand-source true fluid, undoubtedly central to their pact. Their sudden withdrawal of support revealed the deal had fractured. In essence, they had abandoned Ling Han, allowing him to face judgment alone. Gao Huang's mind raced through the political calculus. The Hua faction had neither blocked Ling Han's interrogation listing nor objected to his exposure. Indeed, they had tacitly encouraged it. Their strategy was subtle, concealed yet present. A shadow waiting to see how the game would unfold. To prevent Ling Han from entering the White Jade Palace would have cost them, yet they had allowed it. Every faction desired the coveted fluid, but the Gao faction had struck most aggressively, most visibly. Victory for them would have invited interference from all, turning the prized 4 drops into a battlefield of cunning and might. Ling Han, vulnerable and alone, was the perfect target. Gao Huang's eyes gleamed with satisfaction. As long as he is not here to protect Ling Han, he murmured, and with a nod he commanded, all witnesses and evidence are present. Deliver the judgment! Strip him of his seed identity! Hua Yangwen's faint smile deepened. How audacious the Mountain River Tier cultivator had been, daring to oppose the likes of them. He had arrived for this moment, to savor Ling Han's anger and despair. Ling Han's eyes swept across the hall, cold and sharp. The gathering resembled a den of vipers and rats. Explanations were futile. Ridicule was all he could muster, a whisper against the storm of authority that loomed over him. Only the intervention of a true powerhouse could alter the course, but such a chance was vanishingly slim. Shen Kuo, the main judge, bore the weight of protocol, yet trembled under Gao Huang's commanding presence. Han Lin, he began, forcing solemnity, irrefutable evidence shows you have slain your fellow disciples. Henceforth, you are stripped of your identity as a seed and as a disciple of the majestic heaven sect. His voice thundered, punctuated by a slam against the table. The words hung like a blade in the air. You committed the heinous act of murdering fellow disciples. According to sect law, Shen Kuo's pronouncement was abruptly drowned by Gao Huang's booming laughter, sharp and mocking, silencing all further speech. Han Lin, do you regret your choices? Gao Huang's tone cut like frost. A mere mountain river tier cultivator from a minor world, yet you dared oppose me. Kneel, beg forgiveness, and perhaps I shall spare your life. Ling Han shook his head, his voice steady and unflinching. Gao Huang, you truly live up to your reputation. Cold, heartless. You claim I killed Xi Ming, yet offer me life if I kowtow? Does it not trouble you to alienate your followers? A ripple of unease passed through Shen Kuo and the others, their faces revealing doubt. Gao Huang, however, remained unmoved. In his mind, all were but pawns save his father. Disobedience merited death. A laugh erupted, cruel and confident. Your only path to survival, become my dog. Ling Han's gaze was unwavering, a spark of defiance igniting the hall. Keep dreaming. The only one who will kneel is you. Gao Huang's fury blazed. The mountain river tier had no right, no claim, yet his audacity was undeniable. Ling Han's eyes swept over Gao Huang and Hua Yangwen, sharp as a blade of frozen steel. I have etched your faces into my memory. Remember this day. In 10 years, I shall return to repay this debt. His mind was made. He would enter the Black Tower, leaving the majestic heaven sect behind, and with 10 years' cultivation, perhaps rise to the heavenly body tier. Then, vengeance would be his. His allies, Ding Ping, Shui Yanyu, and the others, were safe, bound by their own sectal constraints. Timing and opportunity were weapons Ling Han would wield with precision. The hall's heavy silence was broken by a new presence, a shadow cast by the tall, imposing form of Yang Hao. Each step seemed to demand obeisance, his aura pressing down like the weight of the sun and moon. Heh, still as arrogant as ever, came his voice, smooth and authoritative. Gao Huang and Hua Yangwen exchanged a glance and bowed. Our respects, Uncle Yang. Confusion flickered in Ling Han's eyes. How could they call him uncle? Gao Huang explained, voice hushed yet precise. Uncle Yang officially became the 10th disciple of the Grandmaster yesterday. His status had been elevated, bridging the chasm between the high extremes of Sun Moon tier and the venerated heights of Heavenly Body tier. Even the elite must now show deference. Shock rippled through the hall. Rumors had existed, yet who could fathom the will of an eternal river tier elite? With Yang Hao's confirmation, respect was enforced, hierarchies reshaped. A faint smile played across his lips, but beneath it burned a deadly resolve, eyes sharp as a phoenix's talons. Locked on Ling Han, the hall held its breath, the tension thick as iron. Every gaze, every thought, poised on the precipice of fate, ready to witness whether Ling Han, lone against the currents of power, would survive or fall amidst the gathering storm of sectal wrath.